Hello brothers and sisters, welcome to this video. It is Tuesday the 10th of March, 6 p.m. UK time. So what I have in front of me is the list of the members of the 21st Knesset. This was when they went to the elections last year, April the 9th, and this was the government that was elected. Or should I say this was the members of the Knesset or the parliament that were elected, and they couldn't form a government. So as you can see, Likud had 35 and Blue and White had 35, and they were not able to form a government, so they disbanded the 21st Knesset. So that is the government falling once, or the gate falling the first time, and then they elected to have a re-election in September. And that was on the 17th of September. That was the election for the 22nd Knesset. And on that occasion, Blue and White got more seats than Likud. Blue and White had 33 and Likud had 32. But nevertheless, Gantz could not form a government. And so they had to go to a third round of elections. And that is for the 23rd Knesset. So that is the one that is at the being debated over, and they're trying to do all the political shifting and getting people to defect and come over to the other side. That is this one. Likud had 36 seats and Blue and White had 33, but of course they cannot form a government because Likud doesn't have a majority in the Knesset, and it looks like Gantz is going to have a problem even with the Arab list on his side. He has people who are not prepared to form a government with the Arab list in his Blue and White party. So here we can see fourth election, Netanyahu prepares the ground. So the gates or the government falling three times would mean that the current Knesset, which they've just voted for, which is the 23rd Knesset, would be disbanded. That would mean the government falls down three times. So this is what they are saying is Netanyahu is now preparing for this 23rd Knesset to be disbanded. It says, fourth election, Netanyahu prepares the ground. Likud party says it will not hold primaries if new elections are held. Current Knesset, or the current Knesset serves, that is the 23rd Knesset serves for less than a year. The Likud's Constitutional Committee will convene next week to approve the cancellation of primaries for the movement's leader and party list if the 23rd Knesset, that's this one that they have just voted for, if the 23rd Knesset is disbanded. The decision means that MKs elected to the 23rd Knesset will form the list for the next Knesset as well. So that means that those who have been elected in this current Knesset for the Likud party, or the MKs, the members of parliament, will not be elected for the next Knesset. The ones who are in this Knesset, the 23rd one, that is the one that they've just voted for, will be in the next one. So what they're saying is that he is preparing for this government to be disbanded and for fourth elections. The Likud list in the outgoing Knesset as submitted and approved by the outgoing Knesset Central Election Committee, with the first position and the prime ministerial candidate being the Likud movement's chairman. So that is Benjamin Netanyahu. This section will be valid for 3 years from its approval. So they're saying that the government, as it is, as far as Likud is concerned, and their seats are going to remain in the 24th Knesset. And Blue and White's party said in response to the decision to cancel the Likud primaries, which is the voting in their own party for the leader and the MKs, and they're going to cancel that. Bibi wants a fourth election. We must form a government. So this Knesset, which is the 23rd Knesset, looks like they are going to try to disband this one. Likud is not going for the win, not going for the majority government. They're going to try and disband this Knesset. And Gantz has a major problem because he has people who are defecting. He is now trying to form a government with Lieberman, who is part of the Israel Betanu party, and the Arab list, which are obviously the Arabs, to try and form a government. But he has major problems because in the Blue and White party there are people who are not going to be a part of that government. So these guys are Hausa, and Handel, and they are not prepared to form a government with the Arabs. So blue and white have already lost 2 MKs. That means that they only have 60 seats, even including the Arab list and Israel Better New. And there's another guy, MK Tropper, who will oppose a minority government, that he is in the blue and white party, and he will not form a government with the Arab list. So it looks like there's going to be no government in Israel, and we should expect the Knesset, the 23rd Knesset, that is this Knesset, to be disbanded and then setting up for 4th elections. But we know that it says that when the government falls 3 times before they try and reestablish it, the Messiah will come, the son of David, Yeshua HaMashiach. He is coming to get his church, and unfortunately Israel is going into Jacob's trouble and the tribulation. But so far, Kaduri's prophecy, Shoshani's prophecy, the excerpt out of the Talmud, and in the scripture in the book of Micah looks exactly as it is happening in front of us. No government in Israel, falling down 3 times, much disputing between the parties. And Kaduri says that on Rosh Hashana, that is Rosh Hashana of the biblical New Year, because that's the head of the year as far as God is concerned. He changed the calendars in Exodus. And that's coming up very soon, guys. So I'm busy with another video, which I'm hoping to complete soon, and I'll release it as soon as I can. And that's going to cover the dates in April and all the things which are coming up astronomically, and pulling all that stuff together. So this is very exciting stuff. This is exactly what we would expect, that the 4th election, and they are now looking to disband the 23rd Knesset, and the 24 is a big number. That's the 24 elders, the church represented in heaven, and we shall see how that goes. So I'll release the next video as soon as I've completed it, and I'll see you then.